Hello, what's up? It's me, Habibi, and welcome to Pain, Agony, and Suffering. Europa Universalis 4. We are continuing our Lebanon campaign. Yes, Lebanon, the country that you can release from the Mamluks in 1444. We started as Mamluks in Iron Man mode. We did not nation ruin Mamluks at all. We just released and played as. As a quick recap, here's what happened. With the help of the Ottomans, we were able to get our independence, and afterwards, due to the nature of the war, we ended up having to take a massive amount of loans and bankrupting. While we were in our bankruptcy, Mamluks declared war on us again, and this time Ottomans were able to help us, which was pretty base because we did not have to use favors or promise them any land. After defeating the Mamluks a third time, this time with the help of the Ottomans, I snaked down towards Ethiopia and to the gold mines of East Africa, specifically in Ethiopia, as well in the Kilwa region. When I started snaking into India afterwards with the help of the Persian route, I then was getting too many people in my coalition. So I declared war on it and successfully defeated the coalition and bankrupted again. And now that we're all caught up, I was rebuilding all of our trade company investments, since once you bankrupt, you lose all of them immediately. Of course, this was very important part of our game plan, as getting many trade companies and many merchants would help us a lot when dealing with this many nodes and help our income drastically. The first thing that we did after our bankruptcy was over was immediately declare war on the Persians, and then after that we declared war on the Ottomans. In this stage, it was actually very important that we did not fight another grand coalition. The thing is, even though we could fight them, it would drastically slow us down, and right now we needed to rotate all of the truces in order to not get a coalition. Despite being a very hard AI, the Ottomans were my ally the entire game, and that meant they never really got that powerful, because that's how things usually work in the game. But we were able to defeat them very easily because of this, and we had almost double their troop numbers even with all of their allies. A quick walk around the Crimean Peninsula, and suddenly we're in Constantinople, sieging it down. And as many of you know, one of the best ways to hurt the Ottomans effectively in one war is to take Constantinople. Yeah, this would cause a big coalition, but it wasn't anyone new, and as long as we rotated the truces correctly, there would be no coalition. Thanks to the concentration dev mechanic, Beirut suddenly had become a metropolis, probably with the same population as a megacity in 2020. Thank you, Paradox. Our conquest into India was happening slowly but surely. We had to declare war into many strong powers at this point, including Jampur, who was for some reason allied with like almost every single Indian on the subcontinent. One mechanic you should always use while playing or conquering the Indian subcontinent is to vassalize small nations that have a lot of reconquest claims. In my case, these two were Bengal and Mewar, both with a significant amount of reconquest claims. Of course, Delhi would also be a great choice, but I never were able to vassalize them. Now, with Ottomans our enemy, we found a new best friend in Russia, and thanks to the favor mechanic, they were always willing to declare war with us. Key component to scaling economy in Europa Universalis 4 is building manufactories. Luckily for us, we built a bunch right before our last bankruptcy, but we truly went ham in this time period. Our income was finally starting to scale really hard. We also diplomatically vassalized Tunis in this time period, and also Morocco was vassalized very roughly. Unfortunately, both Russia and Tunis were hunting down my Coptic zealots, making this conversion even harder. The Trade Company Macro Builder is honestly one of the greatest additions of this patch, making it super easy to make new trade company investments without having to go manually to all the provinces. Now try and kill my Coptic zealots, Russia. One of the first things we did in the Age of Absolutism was try to fire court and country so we could get 100 absolutism. Of course, court and country is a pretty good disaster. Once you go through it, you get some more max absolutism. And finally, we were able to accept the demands of the Coptic zealots, making our main religion Coptic. It's not really a religion I play with much, but hey, 10 core cost reduction is 10 core cost reduction, something that I absolutely needed with these really crappy Lebanese ideas. Almost immediately, I fired many Coptic events. I didn't even know these existed. I even accidentally got the Blessed Nation achievement. Now that we were Christian, we were able to send a royal marriage to Russia. Sorry, Orisa, but there can only be one orange nation in this game. Our player map mode was starting to look pretty juicy. Still think I can't World Conquest? The manufactory spam continued, and with every single manufactory, not only did my production income increase, but my trade income also increased. Something I really didn't look at this run was monuments. There is the Great Pyramids in Cairo, but that would require us to change our religion or change our main culture, which I did not feel like doing. There are a couple in the Ottomans territory, but again, I'm not sure if they are completely worth it. There's also the dip rep that we can get from the Petra, which could help later on with annexing subjects. Court and country was finally over, and that meant that we got 20 max absolutism, putting us over 100. Our income was skyrocketing at this point, but it still was not high enough. We still needed more money, and we also were taking a couple loans while we were in court and country due to the goods produced malice. Hopefully we would be able to pay it off this time without bankrupting. The new changes to innovativeness in this patch. This meant that if you actually tried for it, you can get to 100 innovativeness before 1700, kind of like how I did here. I think that this means that innovative ideas are not that strong this patch. For our next idea group, we went with influence. These right here are the World Conquest ideas. The only thing we were missing was humanist, which we will go next. At this stage of the game, I found myself constantly declaring war over and over again, constantly at over 100 overextension, but that is standard at this time. And we are still ignoring the Europeans here, as we have no aggressive expansion with the Europeans. If we start conquering into Europe now, we will start getting a massive coalition, and if we just focus on the people that do have aggressive expansion on us, we will be fine. One thing that I discovered in this patch was that you cannot use favors to put a relative on the throne of a nation if you are playing on very hard difficulty. Something to consider in your next very hard playthrough. I think the best play now, now that we're at this stage, all of this is trade company, by the way. All of this is trade company. All of this is trade company. But it's gonna be really hard by just blobbing, even with full admin efficiency and absolutism, which, by the way, we're slowly getting there. But if we could get, I don't think it's gonna be really close unless we can somehow get a PU on Russia. Right now that doesn't seem possible because we have States General and they have a strong claim heir, but we'll see. Maybe we can get lucky. The agony part of playing EU4 single player, where you just deal with rebels, dude. Some people find this relaxing. Lambda, I'm looking at you. And now, like, the idea is we need to just keep expanding into the people that have AE on us and just eat them up right now before we move into people with 0 AE. So Europeans, East Asians, generally. It's everyone that's not Muslim really just like wants to join a coalition against us. Right now, though, I don't think it should form because they're all very small nations that are in it. Like, they're all weak powers. But, you know, if it does form, we're going to have to find a way to break it, which will slow us down again. That's really good luck that the empire is Catholic, and not only that, most of the major powers stayed Catholic, because now we can conquer all of Europe in a very fast pace thanks to the way that the emperor defending is always considered a co-belligerent of the war. So all of his allies get called, and not only that, you can take land from him without having a penalty. So that's what that is some good luck right there, and we will use that when we invade Europe. But again, Europe for last. And of course, just a reminder, you don't have to conquer the colonies. All you have to do is conquer all of Spain, and then you will fully get all of his colonies. Same thing with Portugal. Same thing with all colonial powers. Which is why when you do like a Mughal world conquest or world conquest from outside of Europe, you leave Europe last. If you go into expand into Europe too early, you might have to deal with a wall of global coalition for like 50 years, which will 100% slow you down. Yeah, right now the Europeans don't hate me that much. Like, you know, even though I just ate some land here, Commonwealth hates me, but it's not enough for join a coalition. Spain hates me because I ate up Morocco that's over here. Speaking of Morocco, I should probably go deal with that. And then get 1, 2, 3. You here, split you here, you here. But yeah, like having high tolerance of true faith is very based here, especially having with 6 missionaries, we can convert everything. And not only will it stack with our unrest, you know, the unrest, 10 unrest per province is actually, minus 10 unrest per province is actually very, very nice. 761,000 troops. That's how much we have fielded. It's 110 over our force limit, actually. Probably, can we build any force limit buildings? Probably will help a lot here. There's a couple we can build. We're pretty built. Like, we're pretty built. Yeah, we're pretty built. Build those. 54 dev. Clicking this once gives me 2,000 ducats, and clicking this once gives me 50k manpower. I'm actually going to kick the manpower one. If you did not know, going over your overextension, it gives you trade power abroad minus trade power abroad, which is another word for global trade power. And that means that, you know, when we go over 100 or 200 overextension, this number goes from being 900 to being like 700, as we saw earlier. See, so yeah, we switched. Let me just do one more time. I think I can get a better ruler. I got the same thing twice in a row. But yeah, that was a waste of governing of points. But if I can get a PU on Russia, since I am Coptic and he's Orthodox, that will make the world conquest giga easy. If not, I think it's going to be really close. If we don't get the PU on Russia, it's going to be really close. I think we still can get it because we're doing pretty good. We still have a lot of time, and plus the admin efficiency techs are starting to come in. As you can see right here, we're going to get 10 admin efficiency from this tech, another tech from tech 27. But those are going to help a lot for costs. Like, we can take economic hegemon now because now we have over 1,000 ducat income, but it gives 20 gov cap, which is okay. Minimum autonomy and territory. Wow, goods produced, really good, right, for money. But I think military hegemon is better for world conquest because of the 10% work score costs. We shouldn't be not running level 5. We can afford it. I did just take a loan to pay for it for him, but it's fine. I shouldn't have taken that battle. Yeah, it's a lost battle. They're reconsolidating. No! All my troops are in Prague. Get the fort. All right, if you don't get it on this tick, we will assault. All right, we are assaulting. We're assaulting. Get inside. Get inside. Did I already have a breach? I think I already had a breach there. I didn't see it. Come on, get in, get in, get in. Okay, and then white piece you, or just give me money. And then do that, and then you give me money too. Then go walk to Luca's capital because for some reason, actually, you know what? We don't even need to. We have enough war score to finish this war. France, the rival of Lebanon. I never thought I would see the day, dude. France, a rival of Lebanon. Into Italy, the Lebanese army marches. Yes. I think we just rush this fort. I just want them out of the war. Happens if I die without an heir. A noble from House Rurikovic succeeds to the throne. That's it. The end of Tunisian Epirus is gone, dude. I think we're doing very good. I think we're doing very, very good, chat. This is what we look like right now. It's 1684. Time to become Mil Hegemon. Boom. I say this every single World Conquest campaign. When the rebels start spawning, don't freak out, okay? You know, like, you can go 200 overextension, blah, 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 blah. Don't freak out with the rebels. Have troops everywhere, and you'll be good. Be prepared mentally. Meditate. Meditate. Yes, meditate and be like, no thoughts, no thoughts. Ooh, control my feelings. That way, when the rebels do spawn, you're like, oh, I can deal with this because I meditated. Get it, chat? He wouldn't understand. Right. We can call in Russia into this war. That's kind of freaky. Russia, come in. I need your help. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it, chat. Do you see that? That's a Rurikovic. Shems II. Rurikovic. Same dynasty as Russia. Amino! I just realized how many troops Russia has. I just spent a bunch of mil boosting up legitimacy. We were running at 20 legitimacy, which actually reduces absolutism. So with that, our absolutism is back up, and hey, we're good. But yeah, right now, if we can just get the prestige, we can claim the throne, dissolve alliance, and then declare war, just truce break. It doesn't matter. It's more important to get this PU versus stability. Once you get this PU, it should stop all coalitions. Russia is the second highest dev nation in the game. They are the richest nation, second richest nation in the game after me, I think. If we go into income, yeah, they're the second richest nation after me. And the next after them is 179 difference. And that makes it look like I have 52,000 income, but I actually only have 1,000. But the prestige is going leaking into there. But in terms of manpower, let's see, Russia, they have 0. I know their max manpower is pretty high. They do have a lot of troops on the field, a lot of artillery for some reason, and they have a bigger force limit than I do. Okay, that's why because of very hard, their force limit is 50% higher than mine. But yeah, our force limit is as high as I can get it. Like, I'm spending money now on building force limit buildings, so now we're not losing as much money from army maintenance, but we are still over our force limit by 300. While that war is going on, we'll just quickly declare war on Moravia. Maybe we can force them to annul treaties with their allies and the rivals and get some prestige that way. We also really luckily got the Glory Seeker trait on one of our generals. That's more prestige from land battles. Oh my god, Russia won the war and now has 99 prestige. We might lose our opportunity to PU them here, which would be very disappointing. There is, however, one way for us to get enough prestige. I really did not want to click this button. As you guys knew, I did not want to form any tags as part as the limitations I set on myself. But if I did not have that limitation, I could right now gain 25 prestige and have just enough prestige. The thing is, though, I set those limitations for myself, so no, I'm not going to form the country of Arabia, and I'm not going to PU Russia. I believe in the RNG. So far, our RNG has been pretty good, and I think it's going to continue going that way. I believe so. I hope by the time that we have enough more prestige than Russia, Yekaterina the First Rurikovic will hopefully have either no legal heir or an heir with weak claim. Now to stack up admin so we can stab up after our truce break and to wait. If you're wondering, why don't you just dissolve the alliance? Well, the AI actually has a chance of breaking royal ties, especially if they're at stability 3 with a nation they have low relations with. So that's why I'm keeping the alliance. I want to claim throne, dissolve alliance, and declare war immediately in that order. Oh, speaking of RNG, that puts us so close. So close. Come on. Give us just one more event. One more prestige event. Also, now that we're not always at 100 overextension constantly, because we're stacking up admin to stab up, our income is actually doing really good now. The hit from overextension to global trade power is just so massive to your income, especially if you're a trade-focused nation, which most nations at this point, if you want to have a massive income, are. I already have 100. No, I don't. But still 10,000 ducats. Oh my god. We already have one loan right now, but I guess we'll remake the money. And we do need the yearly prestige. Please no air, please no air, please no air. Oh, we can claim the throne! We can claim the throne! Okay, okay, okay. Prepare everything. Prepare all the troops. Hopefully we shouldn't be spawning that many rebels. Let's see. Cambodians, Sunni zealots, Pegu. Okay, we'll keep a stack here. But we're going to need everything we got to win this war. What we should do, though, is we should try to roll... Even though this is a discounted advisor, we should try to roll for the discipline event if possible. Okay. What's very important is that we keep this stack right here. Okay. Has cannons. Yeah, this stack right here. Get this to the front line immediately. These stacks right here. Get them over here. Yeah, so gonna now claim throne. They've dissolved the alliance. Take their throne on the 24th of December. Oh, we might get a coalition now because we don't have Russia. As an ally, come on. It's okay, it's whatever. Stop joining my coalition. Ah! Alright. Claim throne. Go. Stab up to 3. I can only stab up once. Jeez. Oh my god. This is gonna actually be really hard. Oh my god. This is gonna be tough. Oh, we also need to boost because we're gonna spawn rebels. It's okay. It's okay. I never knew burger loans cost absolutism actually until right now. It's okay. We'll just take normal loans. We'll just take normal loans. It's fine. We can take up to 61 of these massive size loans. We only took 7 right now. We might need to take a little bit more. It's totally fine. It will work out. It will work out. We won't build mercs though because we still have some professionalism, but we will build a bunch more infantry. Let's go. First actual battle against Russia, and neither one of us have an actual stack. If some of you are wondering, like, Habibi, why aren't you running like good combat with stacks? And it's just because, you know, when you are a nation of this size and you just are playing basically rebel killing simulator, I kind of just get lazy with the stacks and just run around with really crappy stacks to deal with rebels. Luckily for us, the AI, even though he has like half of his troops in artillery, still doesn't put artillery in their battle stacks. I don't know where they are. I think, I don't know where their artillery is, but yeah, that's really my reasoning. Oh, of course, in multiplayer, you always want to have a full back row. You know, when you're fighting against other players, even against AI, if you want to have easy time against AIs, you should always have a full back row. First real battle, and we have like almost exactly the same quality, like actually the same quality. I'm gonna put a better general in there. This guy right here. I'm just gonna try to flood as many troops in there as possible. Hopefully, yep, we win this one. All right, onward. We need to win swift victories. We are also war against Austria. Who else is he allied to? Riga. I'm just going to use this death stack to go straight for the war goal, which is Moscow, which is right there, which we can just walk to because the AI made no forts. I'm going to siege this down. It's flatland and it's a level 2 fort. We could just barrage it and assault it. So, yeah. All right, we're in Ryazan. Let's just assault it. Round 2. This one's a little bit more closer than I'd like. Come on. Okay.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
3 times we've done this. And that was a stack fight. That was actually just a stack fight. All we gotta do now is protect the war goal. Luckily for us, the AI is just... I don't know what the AI is doing. They got a lot of troops in Ryazan now. Yeah. Oh my god. There's 180k now in Ryazan. so close. But that was actually such a tense war. But we did it. They're under a PU. I think they hate us. No, they're loyal immediately. Amazing. That's what happens when you take both influence and diplomatic ideas. And not only that, we could get even more diplomatic relations, reputations, and annexation costs later. So we can annex Russia in 50 years. And also use this to annex Russia in 50 years, which is why we've never fired this mission. But oh boy, that just changed everything. Russia now belongs to Lebanon. Boom. 120 years left of the game. Can we complete the world conquest? Do you still believe, chat, or have you become a doubter? Let me know down below in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, actually, before I say that, let's look at a couple things, yeah? Here's my income. It's doing pretty good. We're not as much over force limit now because our force limit is a lot better. We took loans to basically build force limit buildings so we wouldn't lose as much money for being over force limit. Religion, it looks kind of weird because I was converting provinces to lower unrest before making them trade company, because you can't convert trade company provinces. What else? Here's our ideas, of course. We're behind in completing our humanist ideas. We're also behind in military tech. That's probably because we're running so many generals. Yeah, we're running a lot of generals. We can fix that now and then catch up in mil tech. And since we're ahead in admin tech and we're doing okay in stability, we can continue our conquests with a loyal Russia. Yes, a loyal Russia with 503 regiments, 530,000 troops. Thank you, Russia. Put you on siege. I know you're going to be very useful. I think that's even bigger than the third biggest army. I think I have the first and second biggest army. Let's just double check that real quick. Total army size. No, it was before the war, but now that he's my PU, it's probably not going to be the case. But Spain and France, they look to be the scary contenders here. But do remember that we do not have to annex their colonies. We only have to annex them. And since Spain is 1,500 development, that's going to take 3 wars about. France is going to take about 4 wars. Great Britain is going to take about 2 wars or 3 wars. So I think, my personal opinion, I think we'll do this world conquest. It's going to be close, as I thought. With Russia, even, I think I think without Russia, it might have not been possible. I'm not really truly sure because we did spend about like 10 years trying to get this PU. So maybe it would be different if we weren't trying to get this PU. But we did get the PU. That's what's important. And they are loyal. They are loyal. 46% liberty desire right off the bat, which is amazing. All right, now that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That's it. Yeah. I think there's gonna be, again, I initially predicted 3 parts, but this next part is actually gonna get even more micro intensive. We will get more admin efficiency. We also, next episode, will take Alhambra finally and get and upgrade it to max level immediately for the 5% admin efficiency, as well as upgrade some other wonders probably. I'm gonna have to look at the wonders list and see which ones are gonna be worth it. If you think there's gonna be some wonders that are worth it, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what you think about this run, how it's going, your thoughts on it. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.